Illuminaughtii just took another massive L, and really quick before I get into the specifics of our topic today, I always like to start these videos off on Blair with stating that, look, I know I'm making a fuss over something small, right? Like, in most cases, if a YouTuber turns off their comments, I may laugh at them or understand, depending on the reason, but I would not care enough about it to make a video, like, on them turning off their comments. However, Illuminaughtii is a very special case, okay? She is different, first of all, because she is not a good person and definitely deserves ridicule when she screws up. But second of all, every Illuminaughtii video that I make gets way more views than my other content. So if I'm trying to grow my channel and get more views, then like, why would I not make another Illuminaughtii video? If that's what the people want to see, then why not give it to them? I personally don't care enough about Blair to obsessively harass her, so I'm not one of these obsessed haters her loyal fans like to call out. Like, bro, I'm just a dude sitting at a desk trying to make YouTube videos in his spare time. I have a life. I do not care enough about your little triangle queen to be a hater. It's just part of the game, and I'm just trying to grow my channel, bud. So yeah, understand that fact, I guess. But enough tomfoolery, let's get into the meat and potatoes of today's video. Ever since the initial controversy, every so often, I'll check in on Blair's channel if there's anything noticeable that's going on that maybe I should make a video about. And on my most recent escapade, I noticed that Blair's recent videos have had the comments turned off. Honestly, I'm surprised this didn't happen much earlier, cause after her big drama, like 90% of the comments in her comment section were just roasting her, dunking on Blair, and calling her out for her past sins. She started heavily censoring comments and shadow banning accounts that were making fun of her, and deleting tons of comments and replies, trying to make it look like everyone forgot about the controversy. I went more into depth on that situation in a previous video, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave it linked in the description. I bring that up though to say that if she was going to go through all that trouble of having people moderate her comment section and deleting thousands of comments and banning hundreds of accounts for every video, then why did she not just turn off her comments to begin with? That seems like a lot of trouble to go through to just ultimately not allow anyone to comment on your videos anymore. Now, obviously, I don't know if there's something that is going on behind the scenes, like internally with Blair, if there's like possibly some other reason for this recent decision to banish all comments to the shadow realm, but I will throw forward my best theory based on the evidence that I can see. So if you sift through Blair's videos, you'll notice that the most recent one that still had comments turned on was this one, which was about the horrors of hospice. Something also really unique about this video is that Blair gets absolutely cooked in the comments. However, this time it's not from quote-unquote obsessive haters, but rather from some of her own fanbase, or what's left of it. Anyways, I mean, can we take a quick second to fully grasp how bad these view counts are for a channel with over 1 million subscribers? And let's not forget to take a quick glance at the like to dislike ratio for this video. Very typical of Blair's content nowadays. But anyways, let's take a look at some of these comments here. I am so disappointed by how misleading much of this video was. There's certainly bad actors as there are in every industry, but coming from a subscriber who is also a hospice social worker, the misinformation you are spreading here is truly unreal. You have painted an incredible benefit that was created to help people with a terminal illness be comfortable and their families supported as negative. It can absolutely benefit from changes and improvements, but I feel like you really missed the mark by villainizing the people who work in hospice instead of explaining these are issues stemming from strict coverage guidelines Medicare has, fraudulent actors entering the industry for the wrong reasons, scammers, and ultimately the for-profit healthcare industry. We do our best to do right by our patients and families within the systems we have while advocating for change. Villainizing the people trying to help is not the move. You clearly have a very limited understanding of hospice benefits, philosophy, services, and levels of care. This video was incredibly biased and misinformed, and I really hope you do not discourage people who could otherwise care for their loved ones at home from utilizing hospice care because you clickbaited a video about healthcare fraud, scams, and for-profit facilities as being about hospice. Would love if you had actually interviewed someone someone who works in hospice care. We are often the only ones who pick up on and report abuse occurring in the facilities and homes we visit. The reason staffing is limited goes back to the payment structure of our healthcare system, not hospice. I could go on and on, but ultimately I feel you really missed the mark here. In much of my experience having engaged home hospice for my mother 6 years ago and my father 1 year ago, much of this information is misleading at best and outright false at worst. For care providers who have chosen to keep their terminal loved ones at home, hospice care can be an absolute blessing. My mother, father, mother-in-law, and brother all had home hospice. The personal care and help my family received was wonderful. Worked in hospice and can say from my experience that we did everything we could to take care of people as best as we could within their ability. Physical, mental, and emotional comfort. Anything I saw that felt like it wasn't doing so would be either reported by me or an attempt to remedy the issue would take place. I just managed the equipment delivered and all, but you have to deal with the insurance and economic factors that come into play every day as well. I work in a hospital and we provide hospice. I don't think this video hits the mark, as one person here put it. I'm not even cherry picking comments here. Like, you guys can go through this video's comment section if you want, and I'm gonna put up some more examples here without reading them, but like, almost all the comments are just people roasting Blair and like just calling her out for not providing like a full picture of hospice care. It really seems like this video triggered people who either worked in the healthcare industry or had an extremely positive experience with hospice. I will say that anytime you make a video like this where you call out and critique a whole industry or group of people, you're definitely going to face some backlash. Like, for example, if I made a video on Iilluminaughtii taking an L and not being a good person, there would be tons of people in my comments too calling me out and telling me why I'm wrong. But I think the reason that this situation is a bit different is because hospice is so closely tied to loved ones that have passed away. So obviously people are going to be very emotional talking about that subject and be very passionate when they disagree with you. It really is just a video that deals with very sensitive and emotional topics for some people who have experienced hospice care or closely associated that care with a past family member. So if someone's mom or grandpa, for example, was provided great care under hospice, they're not exactly going to like it if you make a 20+ minute video bashing the entire industry. It also sounds like Blair was just hyper focusing on bad actors in that industry and not the hospice industry itself as much, where I'm sure there would be a lot more genuinely good people who just want to help others out, or at least that's what some of these comments are making it sound like. I will be fair with Blair here, I did not watch the video, but that's because her hospice video was not the point in my video today. So ultimately, I don't know if what these comments are claiming is for sure true or not, but if it is, then that is just overinflating a problem and then almost attributing that to the entire industry by practically just solely focusing on bad actors within an industry that overall provides so much help to those who are in need. So at the end of the day, I only talk about this video because I think it can't be coincidental that Blair's last video with comments on is the one where she got completely cooked by her own fans and her own audience. So as of now, this video's crazy comment section is one of the best reasons I have to suggest for why Blair finally decided to turn off all of her comments. But yeah, if any of you guys have a better idea out there for why we could be seeing this, then be sure to let me know. The Better Yourself challenge for today is to find a friend you haven't talked to in a really long time and just send them a text or something, checking in with them and genuinely wanting to find out how they're doing. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a really long time. My school is ramping up and we are almost in finals week, and combined that with my work, I just had like almost no time for YouTube for like the past week and a half. So hopefully my upload schedule should be pretty consistent with the Christmas break coming up, so stay tuned for more videos. With all that being said, I'll catch you all on the next one. Have a great day.